Mike Owens with Inside Fighting, and wow, what an honour it is today to be joined by Joanna champion, Joanna Jędrzejczyk, who's kind enough to join us at UFC London Fight Week. Joanna, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
How
you.
has London treated you so far?
Always good. It's good to be back. I love London, and this time I brought my older sister. It's her first time in London, so we walk a lot. We do more than 20,000 steps a day, but it's good. The weather is perfect, and I always say this, that the UK's fans are so educated and dedicated into the sport. So I love being here. It's amazing. It's a big. We have a big Polish community in England. So yesterday I did some meet and greet at the UFC store. So many Polish people came. It was great to see.
Are Polish fans similar to English fans?
Different, and it's difficult to say because UFC is so popular because of my successes and Jan's successes and the other fighters, but we have KSW in Poland, and I wish UFC was back to Poland more often, so we could really see the real MMA fans, the talent and everything. But Polish people love sports in general, so they are very supportive, and I'm very thankful. I always say this: there is no sport without fans, any sport. So it's a pleasure to perform for all of you guys. Honestly,
is English food as bad as people say?
I haven't tried typical English food. Yeah. Fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
It's good. But yesterday or 2 days ago, Slav, thank you for bringing me there. But I went to this famous bagel place.
Okay.
In I say hippie area.
Yes.
But it's an old school area of London, and they sell bagels 24/7 since I don't know when. But it was really delicious. So yeah, it was like bagel. With some salted beef, mustard, and pickles. It was great. It was so delicious. Wow.
Fantastic.
What should I try? What's typical?
What should I try? That's a very good question. Well, tomorrow is Sunday, so you could go for
I have to
Sunday.
leave, so I have to leave early. So
we can maybe get you some toad in the hole.
What's that?
Toad in the hole. What is toad in the hole? It's a pastry. It's a pastry with meat and gravy.
Oh, okay.
It sounds cool. I suppose it's a central to Eastern European dish in many ways.
One day.
One day. How is things with you? Obviously, we do miss you in a fighting capacity, but when I look at your Instagram, it feels like you're here, there, and everywhere doing a lot. How is life in the world of Joanna champion?
I'm better now. I'm better. I miss all of you guys. I just had an interview with a producer. They're shooting a documentary about Jan Blachowicz, and I said this: there is something about this sport. It's not only about the fight in general. It's all about the environment and people who makes this happen. But I miss this sport, but somehow I'm still learning a new life. But I always knew that there is something more outside of MMA. So I'm more than only a fighter. Life is good. I keep myself busy because I'm a workaholic, and I work even more than I used to. But I'm happy. That's the most important thing. And I seem always happy, but now I can tell I'm really happy. Like, like I go to bed. When I go to bed every night, I can't wait. What's tomorrow?
Yes.
So every morning I wake up, I'm like, what's the day will bring for me? And I love life so much, and I'm trying to take day by day.
Well, that's fantastic to hear. I want to bring you back.
But I want to stick to the sport, so that's why I'm moving. I'm applying for a green card, and I'm buying a small house in Vegas. So I'm planning to move in April, so soon.
Okay.
And I want to live in Vegas, stick to the UFC even more. I would love to work for the UFC. I do not have to work. I invested my money very well, very smart way.
Congratulations.
And so I do not have to work. But like I said, I'm a workaholic, and I want to stick to the game. but I don't want to be one of these employees because of the successes I had in the sport. But I want to find a gap and maybe somehow help, especially female fighters, manage their careers. It's not about being manager only, but helping them from different sides, you know. And but I manage fighters as well. I'm about to sign two very talented Polish fighters into UFC, and I'm super excited. Big success for me and for them, and I can't wait because I really believe in them, and they are going to be UFC champions.
Well,
Mark my words.
We look forward to that.
Yeah.
You better give us their names so we can interview them and follow their journey.
Yeah, we can actually. They are here. I brought them here.
Let's do it.
They are super excited to be here and watch their first UFC event, and I can tell that they're dealing with so many emotions, and it's good to see, you know.
Last week it was the 10-year anniversary of UFC 185.
I'm old.
Where you won your first belt against Carla Esparza. When you reflect on your career and what you did, where do you think women's MMA is without your contribution?
Same. It's same.
You think so? You think it's the same?
We have Weili Zhang, Kayla Harrison, who's fighting for the belt very soon. I think I'm humble, so but yeah, I don't know. I hope it's growing. I don't watch fights. Even when I was fighting, I was not watching fights. I was not watching fights of my opponents. My trainers did, my coaches. I was always ready for every single training session, and I was doing what they told me to do. But I was a real warrior, so I always took each fight second by second, and I always clicked, you know. I hated sparring sessions, but I loved fighting, and I'm a warrior. We all somehow are fighters since we are born, because we fight. We all had to fight for the first breath, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. I hope it's growing, you know. But I was in Sydney last month. I was watching Tatiana and Weili live, and Weili is, with every fight she brings.
You think she took it to another level?
Of course, but I think like you can compare her last fights to our fight 4 years ago, 5 years ago in Vegas. But yeah, I'm proud of her and me, of us, that 5 years ago we brought it to different level, you know. And I hope these girls will do this once in a while, you know.
Yes, 100%. Last question from me, because I know that we are short.
Yeah, we can have two.
We can have two. We can have two. Congratulations on your induction into the UFC Hall of Fame. I imagine that must have been, in a career filled with many proud moments, that must be an extremely proud moment.
Yeah, it was, because there's so many fighters. There's probably like 600 fighters. We have like 13 or 14 divisions.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's 13 or 14 champions, but not all of the champions make it to the Hall of Fame. So it feels special. And I remember when I was defending my belt, I said many times that I want to be remembered as a legend, and people are like, how arrogant she is. But I knew how hard I was working and how I was cementing my legacy, and I proved that, you know, because I got inducted into the Hall of Fame as a second female, and there's probably like 30 of us, a little bit more than 30 of us, and it feels special to put my country. It felt special to put the flag of my country on the UFC belt, on the new one, and it feels so good to put Polish MMA on the map, you know, and yeah, it feels special. But yeah, it's been a decade from the time I won my belt, and what I want to tell fighters is just time flies so fast. So guys, get as much as you can from every momentum, every fight week, no matter if you becoming the champion or not. But it's a big business. So the sooner you realize it's a big business, but it's better for you. So you give as much as you can, but you take as much as you can, because the next day you wake up, you're gonna lose your belt, you're gonna lose your opportunities, and you're gonna be 10 years older, and you're gonna be retired, and you're gonna miss this. And then you're gonna think, I could have done things different way. So try to stay on it this day, today, tomorrow, and yeah, that's the thing. And be more brave and enjoy the ride more. I know we all do love this sport, but put more joy into these hard preparations, this sweat, blood, tears. Very often there must be more joy, and the more successful you are going to be. Yeah.
I've got goosebumps listening to you talk like that. It was absolutely fantastic. Last question from me. Thank you so much for your time. How do you want to be remembered? How do you want people to talk about Joanna Jędrzejczyk and her career and what she's done and what you're doing in your other endeavours?
I know that people see my somehow fancy life, but I'm very to the ground. You say to the ground?
Yes.
To the ground. And
humble.
I'm humble, and sometimes people don't see this, but I'm still the same JJ from the hood, and I was just a girl with a big dream, and we all are born with some gift. And there are people, even our closest people, family members, friends, managers, coaches, teammates, who are going to like cut our wings. But don't let them. Just move forward and really believe. And you have to feel that, okay, you plan to be the UFC fighter, you plan to be the challenger, the pretender, the champion. No, if you decide to be the champ, you must feel like a champ and carry yourself as a champ. And you're not gonna even notice when it's going to happen. You have to make it in your head, not just plan. It's not about willing to work hard. It's actually putting in actual work. And same with your dreams and goals. You just set it in your head, and it's like, not I'm going to be, I am. And I'm telling you, it's going to happen sooner than later. And yeah, that's the thing. But how I want to be remembered, I don't know. I think I estimated my legacy.
Yes, I agree. Certainly.
And now I just want to help fighters. So that's why I became an agent manager, because I want to help them. And somehow I want to protect them from what I wasn't protected. And I want to show them the good directions. And I hope they will trust me enough, and we can build some big things together. And because business is as hard as fighting. And yeah, but I'm happy about my next chapter, and I think less and less about coming back, but once in a while I do this.
Do you think that ever goes away?
I think never. And I heard from one very experienced coach that even if you are going to be 70 and probably you might be on the wheelchair, you will think like, I still got it. I still can do it. So no, but there is life outside the MMA, and I would still fighting, but I know how dangerous this sport is, and so it's good like this without me. Like, how is stamina? No stamina, you call?
No stamina?
What's the inside, like when you spit?
Stammer.
Stammer.
Yes.
So I don't want to be one of these, athletes, former like boxers or martial arts fighters. So it was a hard decision 3 years ago about my retirement, but it was a good decision for myself. So that's good. You know?
Well,
I keep myself healthy and strong enough. So when we train, when we fight, we have to bring it to the edge. But there is a price we always pay, you know. So be careful, guys. But what I want younger generation to know, that there is new 100%. I know we as an athlete, especially when you're becoming the champ, you have more and more like things to do. There's more pressure on you, but you have to set a new 100%. You have to be the one. Even if you have lawyers, if you have managers, you are the one who reads the contract as well. You are the one who takes care of the social media. Even if you have the team who is creating team or social media managers, you are the one who has to keep an eye on it, because you have to keep it real. So when you set a new 100%, you have to find 100% for training. This is the most important part of your life. But you have to find some part in your life, in this 100% every day, for learning languages, for studies, for reading contracts, taking care of social media. So being an athlete 100% into has a new meaning in 21st century, and we have to find time for everything. Because some of the athletes are like, oh, I have time to make money. You don't have time. So the time is now, and being the champ required, can I say, required from you being on the top of everything, and somehow you have to be strong enough, or you have to work to be strong enough to deal with everything, you know, because today you're the champ, tomorrow you wake up, you are not anymore, and nobody gonna wait for you. It's a big business, so take care of it now.
I think that's the best place for us to end. Joanna, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate your time. Have a great,
thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, guys.